Megan, take one, Mark.
My name is Megan Fairchild, and I'm originally from Salt Lake City, Utah. Being in the West Coast, kind of, I always had Ballet West or San Francisco Ballet in my line of sight, and I just hoped to get into Ballet West or San Francisco Ballet. And then when I was about 15, I auditioned for the summer programs that come into town. And so I just auditioned for every single one that came into town and ended up in New York because I got a good scholarship. So that is some good luck. I didn't know anything about New York City Ballet. I came here for my first summer and people were like, "You don't know who Darcy Kissler is?" And I was like, "I'm sorry." Pre-show ritual is usually it was always listening to music, and I love classic rock, but lately we can get streaming in our dressing rooms on our phones. So I've been watching stand-up comedy before I go on stage, or Seinfeld. It's just stuff that I would watch at home, and it makes me feel really at ease, like I'm not in a place where something stressful or important is happening. I'm really happy we got better Wi-Fi at the theater and we can do that now. I feel totally calm after watching some comedy. They used to hear me singing before shows. I would be wailing and singing crazy songs, and now I'm laughing. So I think it's a good thing. I have to admit, I never, ever go home and roll out my muscles. I pour a glass of wine after a show. Usually by the time a show's finished, my whole household is asleep, and sit on the couch and watch some Netflix is my me time. If I don't get 2 hours of that on our day off, I feel like I've totally been cheated out of my rest time. So that's my checking out thing. A glass of wine and some streaming. I don't really have time for outside things. I spent 15 years doing my undergrad because I was multitasking it with my performance career, and now I'm getting my business degree at Stern, so I guess that's my hobby. I truly love it. My brother's always like, "Why would you do that on your day off?" Well, why would you do that with your free time? And I'm like, because it wakes me up and makes me feel refreshed, and I'm using a whole different part of my brain. And at this point, school's a hobby for me. Hopefully it's leading to something else in the future, but right now it's something I really do enjoy in my time outside of the theater and the studio. My heroes are all mothers that are kind of in the public eye, that have never stopped doing what they began before they had kids. It's stuff that I've had to draw on because it's I still want to be a dancer, but I do have a large amount of children. I've had to dig deep to be no, it's okay. You can still have both. Some are politicians like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and how she had kids while she was in law school, and then it's pop stars. It's J-Lo and Beyonce, especially because they had twins, and I had twins. And it's not just getting back physically, it's being able to do something that's kind of a self-centered experience. Being an artist, your day is kind of spent working on you, and to have kids is a bit in conflict with that. And so I needed some good examples of the way that I could do it and not feel like I was being a horrible mom, that it's okay to still own what you love and see that through. And hopefully, your kids are very proud of the things that you did, and you can look back and be proud of those years that you multitasked it all.